yeah, 25 points. 150.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think you're a sniper.
That's right.
What up, dude bros? I'm Frank. At the New York Toy Fair, I had an opportunity to play with the Nerf Nitro things. I don't say blasters because they aren't blasters, although they are. They are blasters and they technically fling foam, but they're not darts, they're cars. They are little car launchers. I haven't seen anything exactly like this, so I spent some time shooting these things and trying to get to know these products because they fascinate me. Because you can only reskin a Jolt so many times before one of the developers says, hey, let's shoot cars instead of darts. But then everybody took them seriously, and they did. So now they have launchers that launch cars. So kind of a general series breakdown from what I experienced at the Toy Fair. It's the Nerf Nitro line, and Nitro will describe this whole series of car launchers, but it's still branded under Nerf, so it is a Nerf blaster that fires cars. Boy, are they gonna screw up some HVZ rules. Just only bring a Nerf gun, okay? And then you're launching cars at each other. They have an entire price range set up, just like with the Nerf blasters and most other brands with foam flinging madness. It's more challenging to enter the market with just one price point, so they have all the way up to about $50 US and then all the way down to 10, and that's for the launchers alone. Then they also have little car refill packs because you will inevitably lose these things, and it's fun to get creative, and that typically ends up with you launching your car and not ever being able to find it again. So the concept behind this series is not to launch these things at people, it's to like launch them at obstacles, to launch them off ramps, and to have fun without shooting at people. So the idea is that you set the device on the ground and then you pull the trigger, and it feels just like a Nerf blaster. When you hold the grip, it's just like that. One of them is battery powered and it has a rev switch exactly like a flywheel blaster, and I do believe it is flywheels. I couldn't open it. So if you've ever held a Nerf blaster, you'll be right at home, and the firing process is the exact same. In the flywheel one, or at least the battery powered, I'm not confident it's flywheel, I know it is battery powered, it's a magazine fed car launcher. So loading up the magazine with cars, it's just like loading a normal Nerf mag. The concept is the same, you're just shoving foam into the spring-loaded mag, but you're loading cars. Like, it's just kind of funny. And I refuse to believe I'm the only one at the Toy Fair who is sitting there as a grown adult, loading this magazine, just kind of imagining, I'm a giant. These little cars, these are normal-sized cars. I'm just massive, and I'm about to fling them through the madness. Yeah, I'm insane. You knew that already. So the products I was able to play with. First, the Nitro Moto Fury, which is the flywheel magazine-fed. It sounds ridiculous to say magazine-fed car launcher. That's going to retail for about $50 US, and this entire series is hitting in summer of 2017, not fall like everything else in the Nerf booth. And it's a mag-fed, battery-powered car launcher. Next is the Nitro Dual Fury, which retails for about $40 US. This is a spring-powered single-shot blaster. The $40 cost is because the package comes with two, hence Dual Fury, so you can like compete for more points and to knock over more obstacles and stuff with a partner. Next, the Nitro Longshot. Did you seriously take the name Longshot from your blaster? Now when anybody goes into Nerf Longshot Nitro into Google search or Amazon or eBay, you're just intentionally with us now, Hasbro. Like, come on now. Longshot's not even like a spectacular, I mean, it's a cool name, but it's not like one of those gems of a name. So you could have thought of something else, but it'll cost about $20 US. This one has a gravity-fed magazine, or like a loading system in the top where you just kind of drop the cars in. It's not a detachable box mag, so you just kind of place them in. Sort of like one of those old-fashioned disc launchers where you just set in a bunch of discs and kept firing. It's similar to that. So if you need to rapidly fire your cars, that's easier than the single shots. And then the throttle shot, which is about $10 US, and that's kind of the entry, the cheapest one. It's the total Jolt reskin, you know, because it holds the same position. And that's just a spring-powered single shot one. That's pretty easy to use. And again, the refills, a 6-pack's $10 and a 3-pack is about $6. And the obstacles and the stuff on that cool table I was able to test on are for sale, and those are sold with the blasters. That wasn't just a prop, although the table was a prop, but you could probably buy a table somewhere else if you want to. So the point is not to shoot people. I know, right? Bummer. Whatevs. So you can compete with your buddies if you want to invent some type of scoring system to knock down more obstacles, to ramp and get further, or just have fun for the lels, which is what our hobby's all about. You don't have to keep track of score or win. Have fun. Although it makes it that much better if you win. Am I personally excited for the Nitro line? I'm curious in the Nitro line because I want to see if you guys end up like enjoying it and how well it performs, because I don't know of anything else like it. When I was younger, I did Beyblade for a short time, which is similar because you could like fight each other. This is sort of competing in a similar launcher sense, but it's still so like different. And I remember those Beyblades flying out of the ring and hitting me. Those freaking hurt because we built them heavy and with the little sharp plastic things, and those stung. So these little cars are completely made out of foam, and then they have little plastic wheels, but they're incredibly incredibly lightweight plastic wheels, so if you do shoot them at somebody, it's not going to hurt them. They're incredibly light. They just don't have enough mass to really thud on it on impact. And if that's the front of the car, the wheels aren't like popping out to strike with plastic first. The wheels are recessed backwards, so on impact it'll land foam first because it is a Nerf product. Not expanding recreational foam, that's what it's all about, not hurting people or yourself. So really no risk of damage, even inside with lamps and stuff. Like some of the arrows that Nerf releases, especially that Dude Perfect bow, that will knock down a lamp. That can break stuff inside. These little cars are so lightweight, no issues at all. No foreseeable issues, although I bear no liability if you break something. You can't say, hey, Mom, Frank, that guy on YouTube land, yeah, he said I wouldn't break anything, so I'm not paying for this lamp I just broke. And nope, not gonna work, bro. And I know what you're asking now. Can you shoot them at people? Like, they're not designed for it, but can you? Nerf puts safeties and lock devices into their products all the time. This one is pretty easy to disable, although I have to be a responsible YouTuber and not tell you how to break the rules. So you're not supposed to shoot these at people. These have a really thorough locking system to prevent you from shooting them at people because they force you to have them firmly on the ground. If you were to emulate the pressure of the ground and then hold up the blaster and pull the trigger, it simply will not work. So don't try that. It would be irresponsible of me to teach you how to disable their blaster thing to launch cars at people. And I have to be responsible. The performance when they fling on the ground is fine, but when you launch them, they don't shoot that far. So even though it's hilarious to watch a car go hurtling through the air, I'd rather shoot a Mega Dart at somebody if you just want something like large and funny. Or that Dude Perfect arrow, just because that's massive, but you'll like knock a lamp over. Yeah, so that's it. The Nerf Nitro line is due to launch in summer of 2017, so right around the corner here. Not designed to shoot at people, but you can. But you didn't learn that from me. From $10 to $50, basic spring jolt reskin all the way up to a strife. You know, they have a wide variety. Magazine-fed car launcher. That's hilarious. It's Nerf, it's foam flinging, so I covered it, but I'm genuinely curious. Are you guys interested in this stuff? Leave a comment in the section below. Do you think you can see yourself buying the Nitro to play as like a Nitro game, to shoot off ramps and obstacles and stuff? And if not, do you have interest in getting them to like launch them at people? I'm just curious. Leave a comment in the section below. That's my coverage of the Nerf Nitro line from my experience at the New York Toy Fair 2017. Thanks so much for watching, bros, and as always, stay tactical.